Derek Attridge's book Poetic Rhythm and Introduction is a book that helps readers understand, feel, and appreciate the rhythms of English poetry. Rhythm is not just a technical feature of verse, but the very heart of the poetic experience. For him, learning to recognize and engage with rhythm is essential for both reading and writing poetry. He avoids presenting a rigid theory of meter and instead explains the basic principles of rhythm in simple terms. He shows how they work in different kinds of verse. Poetry should be experienced as meaningful sound moving through time, not as abstract patterns on a page. The book begins by emphasizing the importance of reading poetry aloud. This practice allows readers to hear the flow of sounds and feel their effect physically and emotionally, which is key to understanding poetry. Poetry differs from prose in that it does more than follow grammar and meaning. Poetry adds rhythm as a principle that shapes the experience of language. Verse creates expectations for how words will move, and those expectations can be fulfilled or challenged. There are two main kinds of verse: metrical verse and free verse. Metrical verse uses repeating countable patterns of beats, while free verse relies on line breaks and rhythm without following strict patterns. To build this understanding, Attridge turns to the rhythms of everyday spoken English, which he sees as the foundation of poetry. Spoken English is based on syllables and stresses. A syllable is the basic unit of rhythm, while stress happens when extra force is put on a syllable, making it louder or longer. English trends to have stresses at regular intervals, creating what is known as a stress timed rhythm. This means that speakers naturally adjust the length of unstressed syllables so that the overall pace feels even. This natural rhythm, learned in early life, forms the basis for poetic meter. Attridge introduces the idea of stress groups, which consists of stress syllable and any attached unstressed syllables. These groups can have rising rhythm, as in allow, or falling rhythm, as in habit. English also favors the alternation of stressed and unstressed syllables, a tendency that poets use to make verse feel natural. The book then explains how poetic meter is built on these speech rhythms but intensifies them into patterns that can be counted and named. The key unit here is the beat, a burst of energy that repeats in a structured way. Beats are not the same as stresses, though they often match up. Scansion, the method of marking the rhythmic structure of verse, helps readers see how beats and stresses interact. Attridge identifies three main kinds of meter in English: stress meter, syllable stress meter, and strong stress meter. Stress meter, common in nursery rhymes and ballads, keeps a constant number of beats in each line but allows the number of unstressed syllables to vary. Syllable stress meter, the main form in English literary poetry, carefully controls both syllable count and stress placement, with familiar patterns like iambic pentameter. Strong stress meter, found in Old English verse and some modern styles like rap, relies on a fixed number of strong stresses and often uses alliteration without strict control over unstressed syllables. Attridge also explores the ways poets create variety and tension within meter. Techniques such as demotion, a stressed syllable acting as an offbeat, promotion, an unstressed syllable functioning as a beat, inversion, reversing the usual stress pattern, and elision, dropping a syllable in pronunciation, all add flexibility and richness to the rhythm. These variations prevent monotony and allow rhythm to carry meaning and emphasis. He also explains the functions of rhythm in poetry. On a general level, rhythm makes language more vivid and memorable, gives poems unity, creates movement and closure, and often helps with memorization. Rhythm can also echo emotions or physical actions, like using a fast pace to suggest speed, and it can link a poem to earlier traditions. Within individual poems, rhythm can highlight keywords, mark changes in tone or subject, create connections or contrasts, and present meanings as something unfolding in time. Departures from an expected rhythm are particularly powerful because they draw the reader's attention to a specific moment or idea.